Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Angie Aldridge here. Today we will be discussing 5 reasons why you may not be losing weight. So if you like this video, please make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, and please share with someone that you might find that this is helpful to. The more people we share this with, the more people we can reach and help live a healthier lifestyle. So our first tip is going to be all about that all or nothing mentality. So for some of you, you may feel like you are either like you go from 0 to 100%, which is actually something that I used to do all the time. I used to be full out, or if I wasn't, I'd be like, well, I already screwed up my nutrition, or I haven't done this, so what's the point? So what I'm getting at is something is always better than nothing. If you don't say have time to get a full workout in a day, you could always do a little bit in the morning, and you could split it up, do a little bit in the afternoon. Make things simple for yourself. Don't go like sign up for something that you know that you're not going to be able to sustain for life. I am very much about making sure that whatever I give my clients is something that is going to fit around their lifestyle. I have a lot of clients that do shift work and are super busy, so I'm not going to get them started like working out every single day and making sure all their meals are prepped and everything. We just look at their lifestyle. We look at, whether they have kids, where they work, what their schedule is like, and then we schedule everything kind of around those things. So making things simple, not jumping into something that's not going to be sustainable for you. So that is number 1. Number 2 is stop rationalizing your decisions. If you say, well, I deserve that pizza because, I had a really hard day, or say I earned it because of whatever, or it's the weekend, so I can just eat whatever I want. You are rationalizing these decisions, which is making it so that you are not taking ownership for them. Have something because you really want it. Don't have it because you feel you deserved it. By doing this whole reward dynamic with food and everything is actually really an unhealthy relationship with food. I'm not saying that you should have whatever you want whenever you want. We need to have something when we do want it, but just try not to rationalize it, and it doesn't have to be all the time. Even just on occasion, have a treat here and there, but just making sure that we're not giving ourselves that reward system. The mindset is very interesting. Even with my transformation people, I have one actually starting in January 4th. I do have 2 spots left if anybody's looking to do a transformation. I have Brenda Johnston coming on as a guest speaker to talk about the whole mindset, and it's really interesting how she studies the whole mindset and everything, and how our mind actually, the way we are thinking and processing things, can actually change the way we digest food, which is really cool. So I'll click that up on the screen there. You should check out her Instagram. She's always doing little videos and clips and stuff around mindset. She's a very cool lady. But yes, so that is tip number 2. So I made notes here so I didn't forget all my tips, because sometimes it's a long day and we forget things. Make better choices most of the time. So this is just that we don't have to be 100% on all the time. I think that if you are making choices and stuff, good choices, like healthier whole food choices, then it's not such a big deal to throw in maybe that chocolate here and there, right? And to quit viewing food as good or bad. There is no such thing as good and bad food. Of course, there are healthier foods that are going to make us feel more fueled. They're going to give us more energy. Other foods might not do the same thing. They might make us feel a little bit worse. But when we tend to have things off limits is when we tend to crave those things the most. So if you feel like, you know, I cannot have sugar is off my diet. I don't know about you guys, but for me, if I have something like that set up, then I just want it more. Chances are you're gonna crave what you can't have. I know that some people like to get everything out of their cupboards and everything, which if you're gonna be triggered that much, sure, maybe at the beginning, but ultimately, eventually you should be able to have stuff and like in your cupboards and stuff like that, so that you're not feeling like I cannot have that, so you can have it when you really, really want it. So that is the next tip. Next tip is to add more variety of foods. So if you are used to maybe eating the same thing and day after day, chances are eventually you get bored, right? So I know for me, there are certain foods that I do use as a staple and I will have them daily, but then it's not for all of my meals. It might just be 2 meals that I repeat all the time. But explore foods. There's so many different types of vegetables and healthier options out there. Google can be your best friend, so many different recipes and everything. So just having a different, like a bigger variety of food, I think can really help you enjoy and have a healthier relationship with food. My last tip, so tip number 5 would be stop starting over. Now, we are so hard on ourselves all the time, and if we don't have everything perfect, we have that mindset shift where we're like, well, you know, I'll start on Monday or I'll start next month. But stop starting over. You're only like 1 meal away from, or 1 workout away from jumping back on track. We're not perfect. Nobody is perfect. We are never going to be and have this perfect nutrition and workout plan. We are all human. It's just the way it is. Having that whole like mindset is exhausting. I used to be very much like this, where I would on the weekends maybe have extra treats and everything. So I would tell myself, okay, starting Monday, I am cutting this out and I'm gonna make sure I work out every single day. But it is exhausting. You just keep starting over and over and over, where if we just kind of allow those little things in there and realize that we are, you know, we're not perfect, and you gotta stop giving in to yourself. You have like that little voice that's like telling you, oh, just have that extra whatever. We'll start again on Monday. It's not a healthy way to look at things. If you really truly want to reach your goals, then you need to be a little bit more on some kind of plan where you know that you are going to be able to sustain it, and adding in, like I said, little things here and there. Like, let's get rid of that mindset of starting over every Monday or every beginning of the month. Just to sum up this video for our 5 tips, number 1 is less is more, so not always going 100%, 0 to 100. Number 2, stop rationalizing your choices. And number 3 was to make better choices most of the time. Number 4 is to add more variety into foods that you eat. And of course, our last one is stop starting over. Thank you again so much for joining me in this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed and found these tips helpful. And I will see you again in the next video. Bye guys.